Hello. I know that we're still waiting for people to join, but I didn't want to just start this live and not say anything. um, so today I'm going to be working on Steampunk Portal, charted by Hade and designed by L&L Designs, or the artist is L&L Designs. I have the chart just off to the side here, so I'm going to just start stitching, and then as people join in, hello there, how are you? I'm gonna see if there's a way that I can view the chat on here somehow, or if there is a chat. I'm not quite sure how this works. This is my first time live streaming, so you guys will have to bear with me. But I'll just stitch a little bit here. I'm trying to get a daily goal of somewhere around 240, 250 probably stitches on this project. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and start stitching. Just gonna find my first color. There we are. I was going to schedule this live, but then I wasn't around my computer this weekend, like at all. So I just jumped on. I know I had mentioned in my last video that I wanted to go live around noon on Monday, so that is what I did. Hello. Thanks for joining the live. Do you have a chat option there? I'm wondering because I don't see any chat option on my end, so I don't know if there's a chat or how I view it. I guess if there's no chat option, you wouldn't be able to respond to that question. I should have looked that up before getting on here, but I'm new to everything live, so. I hope you're enjoying your day and you're maybe stitching on something or getting some work done. Also, I'm going to try not to shake my frame as much as possible. I have it kind of, excuse me, suspended on like an arm attached to my desk. So sometimes it can be a little shaky. But I'm going to try not to do that. I wish I could see if there was a chat because I want to be able to talk with you guys. I'm just kind of looking here. You know what, guys? Oh, there we go. Good morning. Happy to catch you live, but currently working and will gladly watch you stitch. Aw. Thank you so much for watching. I hope work's going well today. Where are you watching from? Do you work from home or are you in office today? Actually, I need another color. Yeah, I wasn't sure how many people would be able to join today because obviously being that it's a Monday, a lot of people will be at work. But I'm actually currently in the middle of going back to school. So I had worked for a while and I'm going to go back to school. I'm in office, live in Baker. Oh, cool. Very nice. Sorry, I have a needle in my mouth now. What do you do for work? If you're okay sharing that. If you're not, no worries. What was I saying? Yeah, I'm going back to school. So I left my job to apply to school. And right now, I was working a job. I don't want to get into too much detail about my job just for like safety reasons. But I was doing something that was just like extremely stressful. I loved it. But there were a lot of things that kind of impacted my enjoyment of the job. And I'd done that for about 4 years. So I decided that I wanted to take kind of like a career change or a different career path. So I have to go back to school for that. So I left the other job that was very stressful and just not really like benefiting me all that much anymore. And now I'm just doing my applications for schools. So it's kind of exciting, but because you're in a transitional phase, it's a little scary too, because, you want things to work out and you don't know what's next, and you're in the middle of, really, I don't know, I guess saying that because I'm basically unemployed right now. So that's scary. But I mean, it gives me more time to stitch and focus on YouTube and stuff and spending lots of time with family, which is nice. We're at office for admin, heavy duty trucking company. Okay, nice. You guys are probably pretty busy, eh? I feel like that's a job that just like is very constant. Or do you have slow periods? I don't really know, but when I'm out driving, I always see so many trucks on the road. At least where I am. 3024. There we go. Hello, everyone. Thanks for jumping in on the stream. I'd like to do a stream when it's the weekend, if I can. It's a little tougher for me to do weekends, but I would like to, because I know that obviously likely more people will be available. So that would be nice. But I appreciate you guys for joining in on a Monday. Do you guys have any plans for the rest of the day, rest of this week? I would have liked to have some music too, but I know that with YouTube, like, I wanted to be careful with copyright, because on videos, when I post those, you have to give credit to the artists, of course. So you have to use non-copyright music and then give credit to the people who did create the songs in the description. So I just wasn't sure how that would work on this stream. Otherwise, I would have really liked to have some music going. So I'm sorry if there's like, silent moments, because I don't know if I'll be able to fill it with chat all the time. I can't get this. Ending threads is always a bit of a pain. I wish I didn't have to end and start threads. If they were just all there and ready for me, that would be wonderful. What projects do you guys have on the go? Like, even if you're not stitching them right now, what projects are you working on? Or like, what ones are your favorite to work on right now? I want to hear. This project has so much confetti. It's very slow going, unfortunately. So when I work on this for a day, it's very hard to get any other projects in that I want to do stitches on. But I would love to be able to like get down to about, I don't know, even just 100 stitches a day would be great, because then I can just do 100 stitches on this and then focus on other projects like whip go projects or projects I want to start that I have kitted up already, which I have a few of that I would like to start, especially for Christmas coming up. I know we haven't really gotten into Halloween even yet, but my brain's ahead of schedule. Oh, I parked on the wrong spot. I would like to eventually do a live too, where I have like multiple camera angles. I haven't quite figured out how to do that, or if I would need a separate camera, or if I can use my webcam on my computer and also my phone. I'm still trying to figure that out. So for today, I figured we'll just focus on the stitching, because I do want to eventually do kind of like a Q&A where I just chat with you guys, because I think that would be fun too. I'm working on a few Hades, Jelly Rolled Sauce, You and My Dreams, Deer Creek, Sweet Shop. Oh, nice. I've seen the Sweet Shop. Deer Creek, I think I've seen. And the Jelly Rolled is gorgeous. That's like my second favorite, I think, chart from the Hades Sal. How far into it are you? Do you know? Like what percent? I feel like I'm a very slow stitcher, so I'm behind a lot of people. I'm only trying to get the 6 pages. I won't be able to get the full chart. It's just unfortunately not going to happen. That was my initial goal, of course. I wanted to go big or go home, but realistically, that hasn't happened. So yeah, I keep trying to get like 250-ish stitches a day, and then any more than that is great, because then I can reduce like my daily stitch count that I've calculated for myself, because I would like to get that down, like I was saying, to like, I mean, ideally 100, but I think that will be hard because there's only a few months left of this year, which is crazy also to think about. I'm almost at 50% after adding last initial. Wow, good for you. Last installment. Wow, that's so impressive. I wish I was at 50%. How much time, like, do you stitch every night? Do you sit down for a few hours? Do you only stitch, like, on weekends? Like, what's your stitchy schedule like? I know you're working, so if you can't respond, that's okay, too. Don't feel obligated. I know I wanted to, like, chat with some people, with some friends. So I appreciate you messaging. But again, if you can't, I totally understand. Away from your colleagues. It's so hot here where I am. I'm in Ontario, Canada, and it's just like we're at mid-20s today, like 25 or something, I think, ish. And I'm in shorts in October. My mom and I play this game every year and waits to see like who's wearing shorts the latest into the year. Because usually we're in, scarves and jackets by now, and long pants and boots and, all the things. And so if we're driving around, we'll say, oh, shorts, if we see someone in shorts, and then, they kind of win until the next person we see is in shorts, win our little game of how late into the year someone's wearing shorts. But we haven't really... I was going to say we haven't really had like colder weather at all, so shorts is just kind of the norm now of what people are wearing in October, which is crazy to me. I really think that all the seasons are going to get pushed back with just the way things are going. I think we might even get to a point where were flipped. So, you know, summer will be in December eventually, which is a little crazy to think for me, but I know that's the way it is on the other side of the world. But I love the portal that you're working on. I wanted that. But my mom-in-law loves ocean, so I picked Jellywood. Oh, that's really sweet. Try to stitch a couple nights a week. Good for you. You must like be a really fast stitcher. A couple nights a week. I try to stitch this every day and I'm still only, what am I at? 27%. That's really sweet that you did it in memory of your mom. I'm sorry you lost your mom. That's tough. But I'm sure she appreciates, excuse me, you stitching that for her. That's really, really like sentimental and kind. You always look at it and think of her. I love that. I have some projects that are sentimental to me too that I would love to get to. And I have sitting ready in my drawer for the most part. I do have to go looking for some threads. But if you've watched my previous videos, then I talk about Celtic Angel by Barbara Batts that my granny started, who was the one who kind of really got me into